making sure that... good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
They were able to house the schools of...
Good morning, fellow Akosombo.
These people.
It is well with us.
Good morning. Good morning, Bella. How are you?
In the National Science and Maths Quiz.
First of all, it's a great
great
morning.
Yes, it is.
It's a great day to celebrate greatness.
It's fine. Whatever people say, we understand. Whichever way, we had mouth, we made noise,
Bella,
and we almost closed the gap.
Bella, I have a tweet for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. It's actually by the NSMQ admin on Facebook, who, by the way, yesterday was doing the most. Whoever the NSMQ admin is, Charlie, they were doing the most yesterday. So the tweet says, Achimota School, after roaming from Gambaga to Accra, finally landed their first 3 points in the contest.
Yeah. Oliver, can we go to the official X handle of NSMQ?
Yes.
Yeah.
NSMQ.
NSMQ.
National Science.
NSMQ.
Charlie, yesterday, the things that whoever he or she was posting, Charlie, you know, try grab.
They were wearing a blue shirt while they were posting because Charlie, the tweets were very...
At a point in time when Achimota
School
School was inching up and then they go par with PRESEC, some of the things that whoever was handling the account was posting.
It was crazy.
Is that mean?
But
no, but I give it to
PRESEC.
PRESEC.
Congratulations to PRESEC Legon. They did amazing yesterday. In fact, all the boys, all the contestants did very well yesterday. PRESEC came out tops. It didn't come as a surprise to a lot of us, except Bella here.
I wasn't surprised.
It went pretty well.
You were not surprised?
I was not surprised. I was just very optimistic that Motown would win. I mean, if it wasn't Motown, then it would be PRESEC. So it's like, we just allow them to have it for this year. It's okay, they can take it. Next year, we'll come back. It's not a problem at all. They wanted to break the 8. Someone must break the 8. They have done it. It's okay. And then I saw someone say, you better not start tweeting, we'll annihilate next year because you know the 9 is in there as well.
Oh, but you've got to give it to the PRESEC and Comms team for their sloganeering and their hashtags. I think for the past 3 years, their hashtags have been right on point. They did so well. Their old boys always come out to support with full vim. You know, we have a lot to learn from their old boys. We should all support our old schools like this with all the vim. But you see them, they actually represent, they buy the cloth and they come and they give the boys all the support they need. We were just talking earlier, Bella, about how the pressure the boys must be under to perform at the National Theatre and even back at school. I think last year and the year before, I think 2 years ago when PRESEC did not win, we heard that some of the boys were very down, extreme sadness, and they couldn't, you know, it took them a while to recover from it. So we hope that Achimota School and OWAS, you would give the boys, I don't know, some. I don't know if they get any psychological, I don't know if they get any psychological help and counseling after they don't win.
Like if you go through this contest.
Because the trolling
I think they are the most intelligent people. I'm not sure they go through all the things and the rabble rousing that happens or troll that happens.
They do.
You'd be surprised.
They do. Because they're young.
The science students, they are nerds, so they don't have time.
Yeah, but they have emotions at the same time.
But they see the tweets, you know. They see the tweets. And it's a very keenly contested competition. And your parents, your friends, your school is behind you. If you don't win, even if they don't troll you, you feel like you might have let them down. And that could affect you. Well, I know you don't follow. Because you're a hard guy,
like yesterday. So for example, I had this one. It says the admin of the NSMQ says forcing couldn't force the points for us. The answer has been poor acceleration, and so has lost its bearing. And then there was at the time Achimota was at par with PRESEC, and the things the admin was writing. So he says PRESEC gives wrong answer. Some things are just for the blue teams, no points. And you know, some of them, I think that what social media has brought is alongside a certain kind of finesse in the way people tend to organically participate in activities. for academic purposes. And I think that for all the things that the organizers of the National Science and Maths Quiz have done since the 90s, when many of us, Professor Irama Bedu or somebody like that, well watching her, and up to today. And you can find that people take keen interest in how well these schools are performing. And I think that the object of those who are managing Ghana's education, particularly Dr. Yawose Duchum, that they want other schools to be at par, I think should be done in such a way that if it is Jachim Pramso, etc., we will have not only some few schools, because according to the statistics, we have only about 11 or haven't gone through to the finales. The finales. So it means that we only have, out of the 500 senior high schools or secondary schools we have in our country, certain key schools. That is why when it comes to making choices for which schools people should attend, they still tend to go to those schools. So how do we make sure that the other schools also keep up with this?
I agree.
The last point I want to make is we also have to look at how these individuals who are performing so well, have performed over the years, have been molded. Which preparatory schools or primary schools they attend or wherever? You know, we have to take a look at it. If it's mainly private schools, it means that the public schools have difficulties. You know, that's the reality.
That's true.
Because now it looks like private school has become the school of choice for basic school, instead of it being of privilege. And even it's not crippling into secondary schooling, where people want to go and pay top dollar for
the private secondary schools. That's true. But anyway, first of all, I want to say congratulations to PRESEC for winning the 8th, well, not consecutive, but the 8th time. And also to Achimota, I'm so proud of you guys. I mean, you should have seen me yesterday screaming all over the place when it was time for true or false. Because we only got one answer wrong. Even that one, I said true, you said false. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think you did, you know, fantastic. And we're so proud to be at Akosombo. Congratulations again. Next year, we're coming to take the trophy. And we'll keep doing this until we take it. We'll definitely take it. But my only concern, when I was listening to the question and answer, I thought that, yes, there's problem of the day, so you solve it, and that's supposed to be some chemical equation or whatever they call it. But beyond that, if we're talking about STEM, is it enough to just have students come and answer questions? Because we've complained so much about theoretical education. Which aspect of it becomes practical enough for us to now start building robots so that they can be scored on that as well? And doing all of that, can we inculcate that into the National Science and Maths Quiz so that it's holistic? I just feel that's enough of the question and answer, because sometimes I know these boys know what they're doing, but I can sit back and say, okay, this is Chacha, let me see if I can say true and get it. But we want to build a team of, you know, young people who don't just come and answer questions because they've read it from a book. Can we move beyond that and start being very practical about it? I hope they do that. Right. And even beyond that, I hope that it's not just the science that we focus on. Yes, STEM is the way to go. But what about the students who are very good with English? Or, you know,
some artistic
exactly.
courses.
Can we also start some of these competitions and build it to this point? I know National Science and Maths Quiz is taking many years to get to this point. Oh, there's shacks, definitely. But can we have equally competitive, you know, activities like this for the other students from the other sciences as well, categories, so that we can build their morale? Otherwise, then it feels like if you don't do science, you are not that important.
Actually, there have been some advocates for STEAM now. So instead of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, add arts. So the A for arts, so it's STEAM instead of STEM. And then we can introduce literature, like Bella said, English, and other subjects that are not science and mathematics based, but would introduce the arts as well. And we haven't had a lot of noise about it, but it's conversations have begun about it. But I agree with you, Bella. It's high time we considered some practicals instead of just the question and answer. But it goes back to how we're taught in school. It's question and answer. We don't do enough practicals in school. Well, I have been out of school for a while, but as we know it, we don't do enough practicals in school to be able to start building our own robots and so on, join our science and maths competition. However, at Chimota School, I know you have a robotics club or something like that at Achimota School. I don't know how many schools have it, but it's high time we considered making this an actual part of our curriculum.
I think so.
So that we can do more than the question and answer.
And because you're saying that, let me say good morning again to the Methodist Girls Senior High School in Manfi.
Yes.
Methodist Wesley Senior High School, because they also have like a whole...
Yes.
I never get the Methodist Girls, but there's some Wesley in there. Yes. I always mention them because, again, I'm so impressed by the fact that we have girls who are building robots and winning global competitions. And I do hope that it's spread across the other schools so that we can all visit these schools and see students now building robots. And robots are being built by kids in China. Can we start from that point so we don't shut up a kid who wants to now take apart, you know, certain things? I know it's expensive to take apart some of your appliances at home and stuff, but I think it starts from there because the parents also psychologically have to prepare the kids for that. But when they pick something, you say, no, you cannot touch this, put it down. And so gradually, they push that into their subconscious and they don't really explore as much. So there's a lot of work to be done.
There's Aziz Donla says, obviously the quiz mistress was supporting PRESEC. Is it true?
Oh, why?
Says you could see from her facial expression.
Well, what facial expression says PRESEC?
They say it was the way when PRESEC gets the answer wrong, she says, oh no. But when it's over, she says, you are wrong.
Anyway, let's
She went to Ebri Girls, right? Ebri Girls, their boys' school is PRESEC.
I did.
She went to Ebri Girls, so maybe she has a natural affinity towards.
You people should just acknowledge and accept
maybe,
greatness.
I'm just saying.
You people should just accept greatness.
No, but you could tell. Like, when it's PRESEC and they get it wrong, oh no. I was like, oh, how cute. If it's not town, auntie. We appreciate you, by the way. We're not, we're just joking.
Let's quickly take you through what we have for the morning. So we have a discussion where we're taking a closer look at the aspirants of the MPP race. So we have them in a nice poster this morning. I know Bella is supporting one of them, tipping one of them, not supporting, tipping one of them to win.
Who are we talking about?
I'm not going to mention any name, so that I don't put you in trouble. Because you joked that you wanted to become member of parliament for Lejoku. Could not be small thing that happened. So we're going to have a closer look at the MPP flag bearership race. You know that we are your election command center. It's on Saturday, so we need to build the momentum towards this coverage as well as this event as well. And then we'll have some conversations. And we're on big issues. We're having Anna Kumia Kami and Sampi Yali as well. And we'll talk about some great issues.
We have a Grammy conversation coming up, and so we're speaking to an Academy member, Rashideen Bhatti, and she's also a writer. She owns a very popular blog in the US, and she's been very active in ensuring that some African categories are included in the Grammy nominees categories. And so she's here to tell us all about it. So look forward to that conversation.
What's the advocacy that she wants?
Well, no, she's part of the people who advocated for, you know, drill, high life, etc., to be included in the Grammy category. So she'll tell us a bit about that and her work with other African artists as well. Yes.
And as we continue to ask you to send in your support in cash or kind for the victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage, we promised here that our call for support would not end with only going to visit and donating, but we'll continue to advocate for all the victims. And on the back of that, we are organizing a relief concert here at the premises of Media General on Wednesday at 4 p.m. It's absolutely free. It's a fundraising event to support all the victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage. And we have some of our very celebrated artists on the bill. There's Edem Go Get 'em, there's Kwabna, there's Keche, there's also Kwame Eugene. We also have Perez Music, Guru, among others. So we're opening all of our gates here.
There's Amrado.
Yeah, there's Amrado. Who else? Who else do I see?
I've seen Fela Makafu's husband.
No.
Medical, no.
Medical, no, that's not.
And then one of my favorite artists right now, Chief One.
Chief One,
yes, Chief One.
Sure.
Yes, so we're opening our gates.
Lawada Republic.
We are inviting you to come in and enjoy good music and also support as we continue to raise funds. It's a fundraising concert. It's absolutely free. So come in and show your support. Remember, even though we have received many reports that the water in these areas is receding, hallelujah, that's good news. But unfortunately, rain this morning, we haven't had reports from there. But even though the water is receding, these people have still lost their homes, their livelihood. Some of them are still displaced. A lot of them are still displaced. Families have been torn apart. We ask that we continue to support them until a lasting solution is found for their predicament. And so concerts like this and our continuous call for donations will not end until we are certain that our brothers and sisters have the comfort or the semblance of regular life is restored to these victims. So come for the concert tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. It's absolutely free. It's a fundraising concert, so bring some money. But it's free to enter. Let's enjoy good music while we remember our brothers and sisters and also support them by raising funds. So that's what we have for you today. Of course, we'll cross over to Johnny's Bite. Johnny is back from South Africa. He came back with a lot of fire. So we'll cross over to Johnny's Bite and he'll let us know what he has for us this morning. Yes.
Speaking of South Africa, I mean, yesterday there was some disturbing news about a Pentecost church elder who was kidnapped after a robbery attack. Exactly. And it was heartbreaking to watch. I could hear a baby cry.
Yes.
And I had to mute it because I couldn't take it anymore. It was too difficult for me. But I do hope that he's safe wherever it is they're keeping him. I know that the police have launched an investigation into it. They're trying to find, the perpetrators. But as we do that as well, if you're Ghanaian and you're there, you're told to also take precautions. So please be safe. Let's pray that we find this man of God safe and sound.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the confidence with which the robbers just walked in with the guns and walked straight onto the pulpit. It was scary to watch, and when things like this happen, I think we're reminded of the peace and stability that we enjoy in our country, which we sometimes take for granted. While I watched it, I thought, could this... At first, I was wondering if it was Ghana because I saw the Church of Pentecost banner in the background, and I'm a member of the Church of Pentecost, so I recognized it. And I was worried that this was happening in Ghana. But as it went on, I went on to read the caption and saw that it was not Ghana. First, I said, thank God. And I further read to see that an elder had been kidnapped. That was scary. The High Commission have released a report, a statement to say that they're doing all that they can to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. And so our prayers are with him, his family, and of course also Ghanaians in South Africa. Yeah. We hope that he's brought back home safely.
Well, certainly. Good morning to you, Mr. Richis Akutia of Aluex. We wish you the best for the morning as well. We're taking a break. We'll be right back with Johnny's Bite. Stay with us.